Do you ever have one of those moments where you're like, this could be bad. This could be a struggle. Yeah. I think that's gonna happen today. Hey guys, it's Stephanie from Oh You're Lovely, where we carry the largest selection of wood flowers in the United States. Welcome back to another tutorial. I feel like this is a normal thing for me to say. I am so nervous about this one. I'm also getting like flashbacks of past projects where I had to build something and it did not go well. It was difficult. This should not be that hard to put together, I hope. So what are we doing today? I'm so glad you asked. We are going to do one of those like floating arch pieces where like one is taller than the other and they're arched. Hence the word arched in that sentence. So this floating arch thing, can you visualize it? Can you visualize? I don't know how much greenery we're gonna need. I have a set amount of flowers and what you get is what you get. So we'll see how that goes. And then right here in this big old box are the instructions. Oh my, one's almost 8 feet tall and the other's almost 7 feet tall. So we're going to get to building this first. I'm a little nervous. We're gonna build that first and then we'll make the full arch. So, okay, I can do this. I can do hard things. It should not be that hard. Plus, I mean, it all fit in one tiny little box. So, okay, all right. Let's go on an adventure, shall we? Okay, first things first. Let's get all this out of the box. Any of it labeled? No, why would it be labeled? That's silly. At least I don't have to put that part together. That's all together in one piece. That's handy. Okay. The only problem is I don't know which is which or if it even matters. So we'll find out. What I am gonna do is I'm not gonna open both bags at the same time, because that just seems silly. I'm going to assume, and I hope this assumption is correct, that each of the corresponding sizes, like the 7 foot versus the 6 foot, or the 8 foot versus the 7 foot, or whatever, they're all in the same thing. I don't think they are though. Oh well, we're gonna find out, right? Okay, so note, if the number of accessories is 7 pieces when open, it is fitting for a 6, 7. Okay, so 7 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the other one should have 8. Okay, all right, so we have noise. We have noise. Okay, so we have 2 curved pieces. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight pieces and little screw majiggies, okay? So the first thing we need to do is to put these together, and the screw needs to be tightened. Okay. All right, I'm gonna make the other one off camera. I think this must be the top. No, wait, yeah, this is the almost 8 foot one, hence why it's so freaking tall. So I'm gonna make the almost 7 foot one and then we'll be back. So interesting enough, the shorter one, they're both the same size. Make it make sense. They're both the same size. And they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have the same amount of pieces. I'm missing a piece for the taller one. So what I'm gonna do, and also this kind of sucks, when I put the curved piece, you can tell it's not super like nicely curved. Also, there was like something in here that I had to like really shove this in. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to take this one apart. So I think what we're gonna do is the other one I built, this one, that you can't even see on camera because it's so freaking tall. I don't know how we're gonna film all of this. I'm gonna take off one of the two pieces. I don't know which one yet. And then probably put the top piece onto the bottom so that there isn't that little screw thingamajig, this thing, sticking out. So that's the game plan. Just great, just great. Like, they're tall. They're tall. I'm really worried we're not gonna have enough greenery. Okay, so the next step. You do this two different ways. I think we're gonna go with the chicken wire option, but you could also use a pool noodle. And if you need some inspiration on that, take a look at one of our past tutorials where we did a full round arch piece, and we did use a pool noodle to wrap around the pole in order to make our arrangement. But today I think we're gonna grab our handy dandy chicken wire and we're gonna wrap it around our pole, and that's how we're gonna put all our greenery and flowers in. Okay, so let's start. So then what I did with this chicken wire is I tied it off with zip ties. I did not go all the way down to the bottom, and I did not go up all the way to the top. And there's the bigger one. There's a gap there, but I'm not that worried about it. I think the greenery will cover. Worst case, if it doesn't, we'll add another little piece of chicken wire, but there is the setup. Now let's get all that greenery in there. Seriously guys, like, pray that we have enough greenery. We're gonna start with ficus. That is the best greenery that we carry that covers a ton of space and is super affordable. So we're gonna grab the ficus first and pop it all in there, and then we will evaluate. Okay. So I already have defeat in my voice. I might. So 23 of the ficus stems, individual stems. Then I also have a handful of ones that I've cut down for past projects. So I would say that's probably another, no, probably 3 or 4. So what you're gonna do to help stretch your greenery is you're gonna take your ficus, and by minimally you wanna cut off all of these. So you have 3 stems, but you could also clip in other spots as well to make smaller pieces. But at least cut the 3 individual pieces. So you have that. I like to use the like smaller pieces. Like I'll take that real long middle section and I'll split it in 2. Like I'll cut here, for example. And so then I have some little smaller pieces to sprinkle in as well. So I'm gonna start with the ones that I've already cut down in the past, and then we'll add in the rest of these, and we're just gonna fill them up. So here's the before. This will get into speed it up mode because otherwise this is gonna be the longest video ever. So get yourself something to drink, put on like your favorite YouTube video if you want or whatever, crank up the tunes and get to it. Oh, okay, let's do this. I might also need a ladder at some point, and if that's the case, we'll do an outfit change because your girl's wearing a dress and did not prepare. Well, we'll see. I'm tall, and I've got tall shoes on today. I'm also not going to fill the entire thing, as in like the full back. as well as the front. We're gonna focus on front facing of this because most likely nobody's gonna see the back. And if they do, tell them, get out of there. What are you doing? You don't need to be looking there. Yeah, at least that's what I would do. Or say. All right, I do need one of my big guys. Fill in that one space. We're gonna Another option is to zip tie floral foam around the piece if you wanted to. I'm just a big fan of the chicken wire. So for the upside down one, what I'll do is I'll take the wires of the stem and I kind of weave it in, and that's the technical way to show weave. Weave in the stem into the chicken wire. Okay, this one still has a lot of filling in to do, but I'm going to tackle that one just so that both of them have greenery, so I'm not worried that I like filled this one too much and not enough in that one. So I'm gonna work on that one next. I'm gonna turn on my air conditioning because I'm dying, and we'll be right back. So, did not use up all of the greenery. We still have a decent amount left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stems of the ficus. So that's pretty awesome. What I think I'm going to do, I don't think we're gonna add any additional greenery, but we are gonna add some pampas grass into here. Now, I don't know if pampas grass is kind of going out in terms of like the trends, but for the color story we've got going, I think the pampas grass will be a really good thing to add into. It's going to be messy though, so that happens. The putting in the flowers, I actually have to go pick up my daughter soon, so I will be back, probably in a different outfit, because I have a feeling I'm not gonna finish filming this until tomorrow. But for right now, ooh, do you see that? Oh, that's a mess. Fluff it outside if you can. I'm just gonna fluff it over there and I'll get a vacuum later. I just shake it. You can also spray it down with a little bit of hairspray, and that'll help with some of the fluffing off, but I actually don't have hairspray, believe it or not. Let's just see how this looks. That's one batch. I'm thinking 2 batches per arch. That's what I think is gonna happen. Very much given a fun fall vibe. Oh, it's snowing. Oh. Is it giving off like wheat vibes, you guys? It's kind of wheat, not weed, wheat. This is where enunciation is important. I'm kind of getting that vibe, like a a fall harvest, if you will. That would be a really fun theme, wouldn't it? Oof. All right, I'm gonna put the rest of this in, and then I will meet you right back here and we will talk flowers. It's been many days later. But I do have our flowers all stubbed up, so now we're good to go. Let's recap back there, shall we? So I did add the pampas grass, as well as, if you're new around here, you won't know the love that I have that is Italian ruscus. I love our Italian ruscus so much. So I did add that in as well, just for a little touch. Now the flowers we're gonna be using, it's about 80 flowers right here. We'll see if that's enough. I do have one more set of 40. This particular dyed set is still available in the shop as I'm filming this, and it's called Beloved. We launched it in the summer, but it definitely gives me some deep, moody fall vibes. So, oh, and I match. That was not planned. That was not planned. I just realized that. Oh, that's fun. Anywhoosies, we have about 80 flowers here. I didn't count them, but I pulled from 2 full sets of flowers, so I would assume it's 80. 80 flowers. I'll probably do 50 on the big one, 30 on the little. I don't know, we'll see. And again, if I need more flowers, I do have another set of 40 that we can, it's right here. See? Another set of 40 if we need it. If not, I'll use it for another project at a later date. Okay, so I'm gonna go by style of flower, group them in. I'm gonna go with largest to smallest. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. I just have to say, I think by far this is the trickiest tutorial I've had to do while like filming, because it's really hard to get it all on camera and so you can see everything. So I apologize. Now these are gonna be real dark in this piece. There's not a lot of rhyme or reason except for the fact that I'm going by colors, but it doesn't mean you have to do that. You don't have to if you don't want to. You can go from top to bottom and just keep filling in as you go with all of your different colors randomly. The more and more I do floral arrangements, for the most part, the more and more I like to do them in groups by colors. I really hope there's enough flowers. I really don't want to stum up another 40 flowers, just being honest. But we'll see, I don't know. I think I might be. You don't have a good feeling about this. I have a feeling we're gonna need more flowers. I like keeping all my flowers in vases because it looks so pretty when they're all like ready to go, but then this is what happens when you try to get them out of the vase. There's that many flowers in there. All right, I got them all. Oh, nervous time. They're very lightweight. I don't know, I'm yelling. I'm the only one in this room. They're really light. Oh my God, they're really lightweight. So if you are gonna be using a stand like this for a special occasion, especially if it's gonna be outdoors, you're going to want to anchor it with something, whether that is another arrangement that you're sitting at the bottom that you've like weighted down. Like I could imagine like some bigger baskets or something, having those down and then just a whole bunch of greenery coming out from them. But inside the basket, you have it with a whole bunch of rocks or something. Otherwise, yeah, you just definitely want to weight it down, bags of sand in the back, drape it with something or like wrap them with something. You can get super creative on how you weigh that down, but definitely you're gonna wanna weigh this down if it's gonna be outside especially. And I would probably even do that if it's indoors because, you know, silly old Uncle Charlie or whatever gets a little tipsy, starts to want to dance with the arches, the next thing you know, they're on the ground. So definitely weight those suckers down. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. It's not looking as bleak as I was thinking. We still got 2 full more sets of flowers, so I think we'll be good. Let's find out. Oh my goodness, seriously? There's gotta be a spot for one more flower. There's always a spot for one more flower. That's my motto in life. Okay. Flowers are in place. Now the only last thing I've gotta do is on the back side of this lovely arch. We did not fill in with more leaves. You could if you want. I'm not going to. But to make it nice and tidy, I am going to snip, especially the pampas grass stems. If I have a long one kind of sticking out, I'm going to trim that. And same with the flowers. If there's a stem that's pretty dang long out there, we're gonna just trim that down so we don't accidentally impale anybody, because that would not make for a fun day. Oh, you guys, I think we did it. How the heck am I gonna like do a thumbnail? Can that be the thumbnail? Because I don't know what to do. I'm a tall person. These are really tall. All right, let's bring the camera down. Let's chat, shall we? And when you're way up there, I feel like I need to yell. I'm sorry. I know I don't need to, but like in my brain, I know, but it just still happens. We did it, you guys. We did it. I don't know how, because this will go down in my mind until one is even more difficult. This is like one of the hardest ones I've ever had to film to show you what we're doing. So hopefully you got the gist of it. It turned out beautiful. It was a 2-day process. I can't remember how much greenery I used, but there was a decent amount of greenery. I didn't use everything I had though, and I didn't use all my flowers. I used a total of 80 flowers. So that gives you some sort of indications of what you can create with a decent amount of ficus, some Italian ruscus. I think I used 2 stems of Italian ruscus, and I can't remember, I think it was what, 4 bundles of pampas grass. It gives you an idea of what you can achieve with said items. I'm cleaning up while we're talking. So I really do need to clean the studio. Okay, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, comment, share if you want. all those things. It really does help the channel. If you're loving these tutorials, can't get enough, want to know the next time we post a video, which is typically on Wednesdays, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell so you are notified every time a new video goes up. If you are loving these flowers, can't get enough. That's the wrong saying. Hold on. To find out about the 150 style Sola with flowers along with craft supplies and greenery, go to ohyourlovely.com. But before you do, let me give you something. Use the code YouTube30 to get 30% off your order, which you could use towards the beloved assortment if you wanted to, if it's still available, or any of the other dyed flowers, or the greenery, you know, all the stuff. I think that's it. I'm out of breath, and I really shouldn't be. This was a doozy. But now I am going to clean the studio. Maybe. You'll have to stay tuned. Next video, you can let me know if the studio looks any cleaner. I try to keep this part clean. It's everything else around me that is pure chaos, and I am the only one to blame. All right, you guys, I will see you next week for another tutorial. I'm Stephanie from Oh You're Lovely, and you, my friends, are absolutely lovely. Bye, guys.